Hello everyone, welcome back to the episode 19 Snowfall recap. You can watch it on WeTV and Vicky. Let's get right into it. So we see Mu Lehua, walking above her lab experiments. There are people, mind you, and she says, "Those who dare to obstruct me will die." And she hasn't told Commander Chi about what she's doing and investigating the stones and wanting to get more power because she doesn't want to die. She's terrified of dying, clearly, but she's also super villainous. We then get a scene of Chi yelling about not knowing what Mu is doing and Mu ignoring his calls, and then she walks into his room. He also gets a note about all his personnel being dead, and he gets angry at her, and she tells him, you gotta do what I say, because he wants to basically pair up with her brother, so he doesn't really have much of a choice. I want to say that Li Guosheng is likely dead because Mu is the one that actually takes him, and then he's lying dead, and even though Chi keeps saying that Li Guosheng is alive, or that he has him locked up, he's pretty much lying from what I know and remember. Then we get a scene of him, Commander Chi, shooting, and he's imagining Mu Lunhua as a target. And then we skip to Shen. The Shen ancestral homekeeper has died. Yuen's grandfather, the general manager of the Hadong newspaper, and Shen pays homage to him. And then Yuen hands Shen a letter from Yuen's grandfather, which is like a farewell. And then Milan asks Shen who the other funeral tablets are for, and Shen says friends and family. And Milan's in this scene, Milan seems to be wondering how he views her, because she has literally died, right? She's died, and he wonders when she was, maybe she's thinking before she became a vampire and she was unconscious, turning into a vampire, why doesn't she have one there? And she even asks him in the future will you put one there, and he's like, nah, not really, as if maybe he's thinking she won't die, but she's also thinking, how does he see me? After this, we get back to Mu. She had her assistant do an investigation in Suping Town, and she finds that portrait that Shen has the gang find for him, and she then remembers everything that Shen told her about his family and his Wechu and everything, and she's like, I gotta investigate. And she says that she had an ancestor that wrote down that they tried to get the blood amber stone from Wechu, and that she now knows what she has to do. She has to get Shen Zhiheng and try and get the blood amber stone from him because he likely has it. And then we get a scene of Shen, and he tells Situ that him and Milan want to leave and that Situ should come with them, but that they have to deal with Mu Luhua before they go. So it's finally this gentleman vampire is willing to actually fight and protect the people of Hadong, because Mu tries to basically get him to come out by attacking people in the streets, and he's like, I gotta get her because she's going to be a danger to these people if I don't get rid of her before I leave Hadong. And then Milan basically is trying to convince him to leave Hadong and not do anything with Mu, so she scares Chi, and then she later tells Shen, and he's like, I'm glad you did that, but you should have formed a plan before you go. If you want to get rid of your enemies, please form a plan before you go to those places. And they have a little chat. And then we get back to Ying and Jingshu, and he tells Jingshu if his plan works, he'll make a comeback. And Ying still believes Guosheng is captive, unfortunately, even though I'm pretty convinced that he's dead. Commander Chi then arrives at Jingshu's place. Ying gives him tea. He tells Ying he messed up too many times, but that one more time he'll put his trust in him. And Ying tells Chi not to trust Mu, and then Chi leaves. We then get a scene of Jingshu and Ying. Jingshu drinks and then forcibly kisses Ying after he tells her to marry Situ because he's nice. And then Ying's like, I told you to stay away from me, and then she pins him down and she bites his chest. He then says whatever, and they have sex around the room, and then finally on the staircase. The last scene is then him basically saying that he's gonna leave. He eats dumplings. She's all teary-eyed, and then he walks out the door ready to basically go trap Shen Zhiheng and probably Mu Lihua too, and then the episode ends. This episode was so much. Jingshu and him sleeping together was really something. I'm not surprised, but a part of me is also disappointed because she loves him, but she doesn't understand him. How would you forcing him to basically have sex even though he said whatever and agreed? make him feel like a man. Like, this guy has a really powerful inferiority complex and she doesn't really seem to get that. So that's kind of disappointing. But anyway, that's it. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. If you like my channel, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit the like button below. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.